do you want to take your business to the next level? In today's fast-paced world, scaling your business is no longer an option. It's a necessity. The focus of this video will be on providing you with clear, manageable steps to elevate your business. From understanding what scaling really means to developing and implementing a robust scaling strategy, we've got you covered. And there's more. We'll also share real business scaling examples. Stay tuned to uncover the secrets of successful business expansion. First, understand what scaling your business truly means. It's a term that's often thrown around in the business world, but what does it really entail? In essence, scaling your business means setting the stage to enable and support growth in your company. It involves ensuring that you have the capacity to increase your sales significantly and handle that growth sustainably. However, it's crucial to distinguish between growth and scaling. Growth often means adding resources at the same rate that you're adding revenue. For example, if your sales increase by 30%, you might need to increase your staff by the same amount to handle the additional workload. This is growth. It's incremental and linear. Scaling, on the other hand, is about adding revenue at a much quicker rate than you're adding resources. It's about growing revenue exponentially while only adding resources incrementally. So, if your sales increase by 50%, you might only need to increase your staff by 10%. This is scaling. It's exponential and non-linear. The importance of scaling in a sustainable way cannot be overstated. The goal is to grow revenue while maintaining or increasing profitability. It's about achieving more with less. But remember, scaling doesn't mean cutting corners or compromising the quality of your product or service. It means finding efficiencies and leveraging resources and technology to maximize output. It's like preparing a cake for a party. If you're expecting 5 guests, you can probably manage with 1 oven. But if you're expecting 100 guests, you'll need a strategy to produce more cakes without buying 100 ovens. You might optimize your baking process, use larger ovens, or even outsource some of the baking. That's scaling. Scaling a business is an exciting stage in your company's life cycle. It can open up new opportunities and lead to significant business success. But it's also a challenging process that requires careful planning and execution. Remember, scaling is about increasing revenue without incurring significant costs. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's not just a phase, it's a mindset. And with the right approach, you can successfully scale your business to the next level. Before you leap, assess if your business is ready to scale. It's crucial to know when the time is right to take your business to the next level. So, how do you determine if your enterprise is poised for growth? There are a few key indicators to watch for. First, a consistent revenue stream is a telltale sign that your business is ripe for scaling. It's not just about making a lot of money, but about making it steadily and predictably. If you're seeing a consistent upward trend in your profits over a significant period, that's a strong indication that you're ready to scale. But remember, consistency is key. Second, a solid infrastructure is crucial for scaling. This includes everything from your team and your technology to your processes and your physical space. If these elements are strong, scalable, and ready to handle increased demand, it's a good sign that you're prepared to take things to the next level. But if there are cracks in your foundation, scaling could cause them to crumble. So make sure your infrastructure is robust and resilient. Third, a reliable customer base is another sign that your business is ready to scale. If you have a loyal following of customers who are not only buying your product or service, but also raving about it to others, you're on to something. This kind of organic growth is a strong indicator that your business has the potential to scale successfully. And let's not forget about your team. Your employees are the backbone of your business, and their ability to adapt and grow with the company is crucial. If your team is resilient, adaptable, and ready to take on new challenges, it's a good sign that your business is prepared to scale. In conclusion, scaling a business is not a decision to be taken lightly. It requires a thorough assessment of your current situation and a clear understanding of the challenges ahead. So before you take the leap, make sure to evaluate your consistent revenue, solid infrastructure, reliable customer base, and adaptable team. Ensure you're ready before embarking on this exciting journey. It's not just about getting bigger, it's about getting better. So take the time to assess your readiness and prepare for the exciting journey of scaling your business. A well-defined strategy is at the heart of successful scaling. This statement is not just a catchy phrase, it's a fundamental truth when it comes to growing your business. It's a bit like going on a road trip. You wouldn't just hop in the car and start driving without knowing your destination, the route you'll take, or the potential obstacles you might face. And the same applies to scaling your business. Developing a clear, detailed scaling strategy is paramount. This strategy serves as your roadmap, guiding your business growth and helping you navigate the challenges that invariably crop up along the way. Now, what are the key aspects to consider when developing this strategy? First off, market analysis. This is all about understanding the landscape in which your business operates. It involves identifying your target market, assessing its size and potential growth, and analyzing your competitors. It's about answering questions like, who are your customers? What are their needs? How are you fulfilling these needs better than your competitors? Next, risk assessment is a crucial part of your scaling strategy. This involves identifying potential threats to your business growth and developing contingency plans to mitigate them. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about anticipating challenges, not just responding to them. And let's not forget resource planning. Scaling a business often requires significant resources, both human and financial. As such, you need to plan for this. You need to consider questions like, do you have the necessary manpower to handle increased demand? Do you have the financial capacity to invest in new technologies or to expand your operations? In summary, a scaling strategy is not a one-size-fits-all proposition. It needs to be tailored to your specific business, taking into account your unique market conditions, risks, and resource requirements. It's about being strategic, not just ambitious. It's about planning for growth, not just hoping for it. A robust strategy paves the path for seamless scaling. Remember, a well-planned journey is often a successful one, and the same holds true for scaling your business. Implementation is where the real action begins. One of the most crucial steps in scaling your business is executing the strategies you've developed. It's like setting sail on a journey. You've plotted your course, now it's time to hoist the sails and navigate the waters. Let's begin with delegation. As your business grows, it's impossible to manage every single task yourself. You'll need to delegate responsibilities to your team members. This not only frees up your time to focus on strategic decisions, but also empowers your team, fostering a sense of ownership and commitment. Next, let's talk about automation. In the digital age, automation has become a game changer. By automating repetitive tasks, you can save time, reduce the margin of error, and increase efficiency. From customer service chatbots to automatic invoice generation, there are countless ways to incorporate automation into your operations. But remember, automation should complement human effort, not replace it. It's all about striking the right balance. Now on to monitoring progress. You've set your course and started sailing. But how do you know if you're heading in the right direction? That's where monitoring comes into play. Keep track of your key performance indicators, or KPIs, to gauge your progress. These could be anything from sales figures to customer satisfaction ratings. But don't just monitor these metrics, analyze them. Look for trends, identify bottlenecks, and use this information to fine-tune your strategies. One final point to consider is flexibility. The business landscape is constantly changing, and rigid strategies may not stand the test of time. Be prepared to adapt your strategies based on market trends, customer feedback, and internal performance metrics. In conclusion, implementing your scaling strategies involves a delicate balance of delegation, automation, monitoring, and flexibility. It's a dynamic process that requires ongoing attention and adjustment. Remember, successful implementation requires constant monitoring and adjustments. So don't be afraid to tweak your strategies as you go. After all, the journey of scaling your business is not a sprint, but a marathon. You're not alone in this journey. Let's learn from those who've walked this path before. Today, we'll dive into some real-world examples that brilliantly illustrate the concept of successful business scaling. This will not only inspire you, but also give you a practical understanding of the strategies we've discussed so far. Let's start with a company that's become a household name. Netflix. In the late 90s, Netflix began as a DVD rental service, but the company quickly realized the untapped potential of online streaming. They pivoted their business model, invested heavily in technology, and built a robust online platform. Even more impressive was their strategy of producing original content, which has since become a major selling point for their service. Today, Netflix is a global phenomenon, serving over 190 countries with hundreds of millions of subscribers. Next up, we have Airbnb. When Airbnb first started, it was a simple platform that connected people who had a spare room with travelers looking for a place to stay. But the founders knew that in order to scale, they needed to offer more than just a room. So they expanded their platform to include entire homes, apartments, and even unique places like castles and tree houses. To facilitate this growth, they focused on improving user experience, building trust between hosts and guests, and expanding into new markets. Today, Airbnb operates in over 200 countries and regions worldwide. Our third example is Slack, a business communication platform. Slack started as a tool for a small team of developers, but its potential for broader use quickly became apparent. The founders focused on making Slack an indispensable tool for teams by integrating it with other popular business software. As a result, Slack rapidly grew into a platform used by millions of people across businesses of all sizes. Lastly, let's consider Uber. Uber revolutionized the transportation industry by introducing a ride-hailing app that connects drivers and passengers. To scale, Uber focused on aggressive expansion, entering new cities and countries at a rapid pace. They also diversified their services, introducing food delivery with Uber Eats and freight transportation with Uber Freight. Today, Uber operates in 69 countries and has completed over 10 billion trips. Each of these companies had a different approach to scaling, but they all shared a few common traits. They were not afraid to pivot their business model, they invested in technology, and they constantly innovated to stay ahead of the competition. These success stories demonstrate that with the right approach, scaling is achievable. So remember, your business too can reach new heights. It's all about understanding your market, making smart strategic decisions, and most importantly, being willing to adapt and evolve. Beware of common pitfalls on the road to scaling. It's essential to navigate carefully, avoiding the common missteps that could potentially derail your business growth. Let's delve into these pitfalls to help you stay on the right path. First, the siren song of overexpansion. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of growth and try to scale too quickly. But remember, rapid expansion can overstretch your resources and put your operations at risk. The key is to grow at a pace that your business can sustain, taking into account your financial capacity, manpower, and infrastructure. Next, we have the trap of poor planning. Scaling a business is not a spontaneous decision, but a strategic move that requires careful planning. It involves reevaluating your business model, predicting future challenges, and preparing for them. Without a well-thought-out plan, you might find yourself lost in the wilderness of business growth, without a map to guide you. Another common pitfall is neglecting customer service. As your business grows, it's easy to lose sight of what got you there in the first place, your customers. But remember, as you scale, maintaining outstanding customer service should remain a top priority. Failing to do so can lead to customer dissatisfaction, negative reviews, and ultimately, a damaged reputation. A further pitfall is the failure to adapt. As your business scales, it's likely that the strategies that worked in the past might not be effective anymore. It's crucial to stay flexible and ready to adapt to new circumstances. Sticking to outdated methods can lead to stagnation and hinder your growth. And finally, let's talk about neglecting team development. Your team is your business's backbone. As you scale, it's essential to invest in your team's growth too. Failing to do so can lead to a lack of motivation, decreased productivity, and a high turnover rate. Beware of these common pitfalls to keep your scaling journey on track. Remember, the road to scaling is not without its bumps, but with careful navigation, you can steer clear of these pitfalls and set your business on the path to successful growth. Scaling your business is an exciting and rewarding endeavor. As we wrap up our discussion, let's briefly revisit the key points we've covered. First, understanding what scaling means for your business is crucial. It's not just about growing bigger or faster, it's about expanding in a way that's sustainable and strategic. Next, it's essential to assess your readiness to scale. This involves evaluating your resources, your team, and your market position. Remember, scaling is not a race. It's a marathon that requires thorough preparation and planning. Developing a scaling strategy is the next step. Your strategy should be based on your unique business model and industry. It should also align with your long-term goals and vision. Then comes the implementation of your scaling strategies. It's a process that requires patience, persistence, and adaptability. It's also the stage where your plans are put to the test. We've also highlighted some real business scaling examples, which serve as valuable lessons and inspiration. Each story underscores the importance of readiness, strategy, and effective implementation in successful scaling. And finally, we've discussed common pitfalls to avoid. These include scaling too quickly, ignoring feedback, and failing to adapt to changing market conditions. Being aware of these potential stumbling blocks can help you navigate your scaling journey with greater confidence and wisdom. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Together, we can take your business to the next level.